Today I'm heading to a nature center to test out the Pentax 6x7. It's a medium format film camera and really excited to shoot some 120 on it. Just picked it up a couple days ago, and then the lens came today, and that's a 90mm 2.8. So super excited to test it out. Hopefully the photos turn out. It's really nice out today. Sun's out, we got the fall colors, should be a good time. But first, let's take a look at my camera bag for today. Pentax 6x7, that's the body, and then we got the 90 right there. And then here I have the Bessa R, just bringing it along to get some photos here and there. And then we have some 120 in here. I think I have a Gold 200, Ektar 100, and then some Cinestill 800T. And then here we have the Sekonic L308S light meter. I just picked that up about a month ago, and it's been giving me, it's working perfectly. Couldn't ask for better results. And then over here we have a Vanguard tripod. I've been using that for I think 5-6 years now. It's been great. And then we just got I don't know, this is like some Amazon camera backpack. So we're gonna load that all up and we're gonna head out to the nature center. So after the nature center, I still was eager to take some more photos. I had about 5 left on the roll, so I just started driving north and eventually ended up in the downtown area of Barrington. The sun was setting and I saw this flower shop and a few others and knew I had to get some photos. There were these 2 squares of light being cast on the top corners of the flower shop that made it look almost like storefront lights, which I thought was pretty cool. Alright, so it's the next day. I developed the photos last night and just scanned them this morning. They turned out pretty nice, as you can see here. This is the photo I have of the barn, which is my favorite from this roll. So as for my developing process and scanning, I developed with Cinestill C41 chemistry, which I actually might have contaminated with the Blix at one point because it is slightly tinted, the developer, so I'm a little worried that that is causing some issues, as I'm sure it is because it's not supposed to be in there, but it seems like it's still giving me pretty good results. I'm probably going to replace that soon. And then with the scanning, I have an Epson V600 that has been an experience trying to get good scans out of it. I started scanning 35mm on that, and not the best results, I have to say. It is a flatbed scanner. It's one of the cheapest options to scanning at home other than DSLR scanning, so it's what you get. What you pay for is what you get. But now moving on to 120, it is giving me pretty good results, just with that having that bigger negative. Especially with 6x7, it's holding up really well, and then, you know, adding some sharpness in post, it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it comparing it to 35mm. That being said, I did have to do a good amount of work in Lightroom to get rid of a lot of dust and little specks and stuff, and that is because I ended up scanning with this 8x10 piece of acrylic, just laid it over the negative on the scanner, and that's in place of the anti-Newton ring glass because I can't afford that. So I tried using acrylic and it worked the first couple times, and then it gradually started to accumulate a ton of dust because it's prone to that. So I try my best to get it all off before scanning, but it does end up getting a lot on there, so I do have to do a lot of work in post. The last thing I want to say about the Epson is that it doesn't do very well with highlights. I'll throw it up on the screen right now. If you were to take this to a lab and get it scanned, it would do so much better with smoothing out those highlights, and I can see in a couple of these photos, maybe all of them in some aspects, that the highlights are pretty blown out, and I know that's not because of the way I shot it. It is because I scanned it with the Epson and it's just not capable of getting those smooth roll-offs. So that is one downside to scanning with it. I did try and fix some of the highlights, but it's kind of lost after you scan it. And then just overall shooting with the Pentax 6x7, it's super nice. I love the 90mm 2.8. It's really sharp. I would say the only thing that I don't like about it is that it weighs about 5 pounds. And I did in fact weigh it last night because I was super curious. It's like doing a workout every time I have to carry it around. The only other drawback I could think of is that you do get a couple photos less. You do get 10 photos instead of 12, and that's just comes with the bigger negative of 6x7. But I think for the quality you get with it, and the experience shooting with it, it's worth it. And then obviously that shutter sound is perfect. Like, it sounds so good. The third thing that could be a little bit of a drawback is that the focusing with it is a little tough. I got pretty sharp images out of it. I was worried about it because I have heard that focusing with the standard prism can be difficult because the viewfinder is dark. And a couple ways to fix that is to get the waist level viewfinder, or you can get one of the eyepiece magnifiers. So I might have to invest in one of those. They both cost around $100, $150 between there. So it's not the cheapest thing just to get focus, but for professional work you definitely want to make sure that you nail focus every time. So that's definitely something I want to invest in eventually. Alright, so that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really liked making this. I definitely want to make more in the future. I do have a couple photo shoots coming up with some friends, so those will involve more portraits and more like creative lifestyle stuff. So I definitely want to make some videos on that, so look forward to that.